Yes, so we are now live and in living colors on Facebook and on YouTube. Yes, indeed. We are now live and in living colors. So for those of you who are on HDG Radio and you are able to jump on to view this conversation with Erica this morning, go on. Jump onto Facebook. So we are live on Facebook, HGG Radio, YouTube, HGG Radio, Facebook, Odette Thompson, YouTube, Odette Thompson, Facebook, Roshane Douglas, YouTube, Roshane Douglas. So you have many avenues to go on to see this interview, to see this conversation. It's a conversation. Yeah? So jump on if you would like to see the faces behind the voices that you will be hearing. Go on and jump on. We're going to be talking to Erica in a while. I am looking at Erica in the background. You guys cannot see Erica as yet. I can see Erica, but you guys cannot see Erica yet. We're going to bring Erica on. I want to welcome everyone from across the nations of the world. We're now live on Facebook. We're now live on YouTube, live on HGG Radio across the nations of the world. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to all our listeners and now our viewers from across the nations of the world. I know we are streaming into the US of A, Canada, Jamaica, Denmark, the UK. We are here live and in living colors, and we're going to be having the segment Higher Hits. This morning we're going to be featuring a brand new author on the scene, and that's what HGG Radio does. You know, we will bring them to the forefront. So right now we're going to be talking to Erica Burnett. She's right here in Canada with me. Well, not with me. She's in Alberta, but she's not in Edmonton. For those of you who do not know where we're streaming from, where the studios of HGD Radios are located. We are located in the beautiful city of Edmonton, Alberta. Yes, beautiful, beautiful city of Edmonton, Alberta. Can I tell you that before I came to Jamaica, I had no idea where this place was. I had to go look for it on the map. Really had to go look for it on the map. So we're going to be talking to Erica this morning, and there's a reason why I said I had to look for it on the map. We're going to be talking to her about the book that she just wrote. She just wrote her book, and the book, it is out now. So good morning to you, my friend, Miss Bibi daughter. Good morning to you, Miss Michelle. How are you doing? Can I tell you, when I see my friends jumping on from across the world, they get me so excited. I have not seen this particular friend in umpteen years. I mean, I give God thanks for social media, though, because, boy, you remember back in the days where your grandma and your grandpa left and they went to England. Most of the time, it would be England that they would go. And so you look forward to getting the letters, you know. And now I give God thanks for social media because we are able to connect and keep in touch. Yeah, and we can watch all the children grow up and don't say, oh my goodness, the last time I saw you, you were just a wee little tad, you know. But now we give God thanks. So good morning to you, Michelle, over there in the US of A. I see some persons jumping on. I'm giving folks time to jump on, you know, jump on. I know that we have quite a number of nations here on HGG Radio. And for those of you who are on Facebook or on YouTube, again, welcome. I know under normal circumstances, you don't see me on a Monday on Facebook or on YouTube, but we're switching things up, man. The season changing, right? Yeah, the season's changing, so we're switching things up. We're switching it up. All right, we're going to get into the meat of the matter. And I want to it's great to see you too, my friend. It's great to see you. Warm my heart. You warm. Good morning to you. I am seeing Regional Overseer. Pastor Dr. Morrison in the house. Good morning to you, sir. How are you doing? How are you doing? So good to see you jumping on from Jamaica, Jamaica. What's the weather like down there in Jamaica? I'm going to be in Jamaica in a few weeks. So, what's the weather like? You guys keep the good weather until I get there. Keep all of the good fruits until I get there, please, and thank you. I know persons were showing off the mango during mango season. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the mangoes, but I'm going to be down there in a few weeks. So please, please, Arrow Morrison, if I ask nothing else, I ask you this. Please save some mangoes for me. Oh, it's so good to see you. All right, so we're going to be jumping on this morning. How are my HGG family members doing this morning? Sister Roxy over there in New Jersey, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Brother Orin, Sister Roxy sending good morning to you. For those of you who are not aware of what's going on, you have to jump onto HGG Radio every morning. We are here live and direct. And when we are here, we are a family. We have a resident chef that is located right here in Canada. And so every morning, this resident chef will send me photos of the food that he has prepared. And can I tell you, the man can cook. Listen to me. Some photos that he sends, oh my goodness, I put on about 5 pounds just by looking at the photos. And so each and every morning, we look forward to getting our appetites open by our resident chef. He is, Sister Erica, I have to tell you about Brother Orin, he's down there in Calgary, Yes, man, I have to do the connection, yeah? Yeah, he's right down there in Calgary. What did Arrow Marster say? He said, yes, please, go look the mangoes. I'm going to be down there in a few weeks. Where are we? Actually, yeah, this time next month, I'm going to be in Jamaica. So this time next month, I'm going to be down there. So yes, I'm giving the heads up from now. So guys who are on HGG Radio, unfortunately, you are not going to have me for a few weeks. So for those of you who've been paying attention, my dad died. And so I'm going to be going down there. It's a bittersweet occasion. But you guys have really helped me through the process. I've been so focused on you guys that when I'm here, it is a tremendous help during this time. So I'm gonna be going down to Jamaica to, this time. And can I tell you, when you have funerals, mostly funerals, not weddings, funerals, you see aunties, uncles, cousins, everybody people that you don't know, and so it's a bittersweet occasion. So the sweet part is when Arrow Morrison get my mangoes. That's going to be the sweet part, right? The sweet part is when I get my mangoes from Arrow Morrison. I'm seeing Pastor Wright jumping on. I know you guys had your anniversary service yesterday. To God be the glory. They celebrated 28 years in the ministry. So we give God thanks for them. All right, enough of me talking. I was giving you guys enough time to jump on and to go tell your auntie, uncle, sister, and friend to jump onto HGG Radio because, I don't want you guys to miss it. But I'm going to welcome at this time. I am going to welcome at this time our very, very special guest of the moment, Miss Erica Burnett. Welcome, Erica.
Thank you so much, Pastor Odette, for having me on the show this morning. I'm so excited to be here.
I am just as excited as you are, my dear. And how are you doing this morning?
I am doing great. The weather is a little bit bleaky, but nevertheless, I am doing good.
It's bleaky. You are in, let me say Calgary. It's not Calgary, don't it? It's Airdrie.
That's right, in Airdrie.
Right? I call it Calgary. Anything down there is Calgary. You're all in Calgary. Brother Orin, this is your neighbor. I'm introducing you to your neighbor. This is your neighbor, Sister Erica. All right. So when you see her face, when she pops into Calgary and you see her face, it's like, oh my God, I know you. You are on HE. I want one of the books. All right. So it is a bit, you said a bit cloudy?
Yes, just a little bit. Yes.
Okay, so right now we are having 6 degrees here in Edmonton. What's the temperature like down there?
The temperature is around about 14 degree.
What?
Yes.
That's not nice. And you're just what 2.5 hours from me. Do you see how this works, people? So she's 2.5 hours from me, almost 3 hours from me. And I'm experiencing 6 degrees, and she had all of 14.
Hmm.
You doubled plus some.
It's always warmer on our side.
I know, I know. My girls have tried to get me to move, and but I'm sorry. I love Edmonton. I like Edmonton is my pace, so I'll stay put and I'll just bundle up.
Okay.
I'll stay put and bundle up. All right, folks, right here on HGG Radio for my HGG family from across the world. I know you guys are always welcoming. So this morning, I want you to welcome to HGG Radio for the very first time, Erica Burnett. Please make her welcome. I want to see everybody putting in the chat on Facebook or on YouTube or on our WhatsApp chat. I want you guys to say, welcome, Erica. Right, I'm watching them coming in. I'm watching them coming in. Yes, all we're friendly people over here on HGG Radio. So yes, 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 indeed. All right. So welcome, Erica. So happy to have you. Yes. So Erica is going to be. She's actually. So you are our first author that we're having on the segment this morning. All right. Not just this morning. This you are the first author that we're having on ever. So we are revamping the segment Higher Hits.
Mhm.
And so we're gonna be having authors on. So you have the you have the bragging rights to say that you were the very first author to be featured on HGG Radio Higher Hits. So we welcome you, and it's so good to have you on. So as I said, Erica is living a little ways away from me here in Edmonton, and Erica just wrote her book. And this is your first book, right?
It is.
Okay, so this is her very first book that she has written, and the book is called An Immigrant's Odyssey to Canada. And I love the words that you use, the Odyssey. All of a sudden, my mind just went back to high school when I heard the word Odyssey. And so I want you to, before we even go into the book, I want you to tell our listeners and our viewers a little bit about Erica. Who is Erica?
Okay, thank you. It is indeed my pleasure. So, first, I must say that I am a believer that Jesus Christ is Lord. I am a business coach in the financial industry where I train people from different ethnical backgrounds how to achieve their dreams through hard work, consistency, perseverance, faith, and through resilience. I also provide financial education for Canadian families through the services that I provides, which includes how to save and grow money, to plan for their retirement, and also to save for their children's education plan, and to protect their income and assets through any unforeseen setbacks. So now I am an author, which I am embracing.
Erica, with everything that you just said, and I know that there are other hats that you wear, almost sounds like I should have you on balancing on purpose. Almost sounds like I should have you over there to tell me how you do the balancing. All right, so she is a financial coach. So in addition to being an author, she is a financial coach, and I know she is happily married, and she has a beautiful daughter, and a believer. And I love what God is doing in this time and in this season, just expanding our horizons. All right, so um the word odyssey means a long and eventful or adventurous journey or experience. And so your book is titled An Immigrant's, hold on, I don't want to get it wrong. It says An Immigrant's Odyssey to Canada. All right. So I want you to tell me about your book. Tell me about your book. You know what? Don't tell me about the book yet. I want you to tell me how did you get to the point of wanting to write this book?
Okay, for sure. So, for about 1 week, I heard a voice just saying book. So I perceived that it was the voice of the Holy Spirit. And so I just went to retrieve a diary that I had from Jamaica where I wrote that I had a strong desire to write a book. And when I opened that diary, it went on the exact page that I wrote that. And so the title at that time that I had in mind, though, was How I Quit My 9 to 5. In that moment, though, I did not think I did not sense that was the title that I should write about, because I just thought I should write about my journey to Canada. And the reason for that is because I've met so many people on the journey that they have lost faith. They are not sure which direction they're going. They need strategies in how to make the journey successful. And so I thought I would write my book, An Immigrant's Odyssey to Canada.
Okay, so you decided to put pen to paper and tell us about your experience.
Mhm.
And was it a pleasant experience?
Well, it was a mixture. Of course, when we decide to do any journey at all, it is filled with uncertainties. We really don't know what to expect, and so it was filled with that, along with a little excitement. I am that person that I know God is always at work, so I'm always looking to see how He's going to work things out.
Okay, so you decided to leave Jamaica, pack up with your family, and come to Canada.
Mhm.
All right, so this is outside of the book. What propelled you to leave Jamaica?
Okay, so simply about, I would say, around about 14 years ago, my husband and myself, we visited Canada for the first time when we came to his sister's wedding. At that time, we fell in love with the country. It was so clean. You would hear people talk about Canada, how clean it is. And the people were so courteous that we thought, wow, we like this environment. And so when we went back to Jamaica, the thoughts came about migrating. And so we started researching how we could do that.
Okay, so did you put that in your book? Because I have to admit, I have not read the book as yet. I intend on getting a copy of the book to read it myself. But in terms of the different steps that you had to take, did you outline that in the book?
For sure. All of it from start to finish. The steps, the strategies that are needed to have a successful journey. Uh, you'll get tips that are not normally listed on immigration websites or resource websites. So it entails all of that, along with my personal experience and, of course, my families and friends.
All right, folks. So if you never had a reason to go and get the book before, now you've heard the reasons to get the book. It gives you the step by step. And you know what? It's good that you've written it down because most of the time when you're going on let me say adventure because you used the word odyssey, when you go on a trip and that has never happened before and there's no guidelines and there's no markers, just like Abraham, he just went. And so you just, you had to just basically read up for yourself. And so I'm happy that you put it in the book so that persons can just okay, read the book, and they themselves can say, okay, this is what I need to do next, this is what I need not to do. And so it is good that you have outlined it and talked about your experience. So in terms of writing the book, I want you to tell me a little bit about that process and what it entailed.
So the writing process, it was very exciting for me. When I share with people that I wrote this book within 3 weeks, they are amazed. And I only did that because I was so inspired. I was so passionate about the information and the many encounters that I had with God that I was sharing in this book. So at times I got a little bit teary eyed when I thought about, when I wrote about some events. And along the way, I smiled when I remember how things worked out, and very excited just for the thought of getting into the hands of many people that is going to be inspired with the information that I share.
Okay, so if I wanted to get my hand on a copy of the book, I know that there are physical copies. So how would I get a copy of the book?
So currently it is on my website, which is at www.odysseytocanada.com. It's also on Amazon.com and .ca. And in a few days, it will be at Brian's bookstore, Kingston, Jamaica, and that's off Red Hills Road.
So that's Brian's bookstore, and that's in Jamaica.
That's correct.
Okay. And you said odysseytocanada.com. I'm
Mhm.
writing them down.
For sure.
And you said Amazon, right?
That's correct.
All right, guys. Okay, so if you would love to get a copy of this book outlining the different steps and the different adventures that Erica went on in just transitioning from Jamaica to Canada, you can go ahead and get this book at odysseytocanada.com. That's her website. And if you're in Jamaica and you're able to go to Brian's bookstore in Kingston, Jamaica, it's also their Amazon. They ship across the nations of the world. So jump onto Amazon and you search for an Immigrant's Odyssey to Canada, and you can get a copy of this book. All right, so Erica, I want you to tell me though, was it what you expected? You came for a visit and you saw how clean it was, and you saw how friendly the people were. When you finally got here and you unpacked and you said, "Yes, I am here," was it what you expected?
Well, not everything. The environment, of course, remained the same. The friendliness, the courtesy, and also basically it was the transition, I should say, it was easy for myself and my family. And that is because we had support from my brother, my husband's family, that made it easy. However, I attended school. It was way different from school in Jamaica. The work, the work was manageable, but it was a whole lot. And in terms, when I finished school and to look for a job, thank God for me, it was not that difficult. But I know of many people that it was difficult for. So, in answering your question about if it's what I expected, then a little yes and a little no. It's a mixture.
Okay. All right. So we have Michelle writing in the comment section. She says, the immigration journey can indeed be an overwhelming and discouraging one. Thanks for sharing your experience and tips on how to navigate the journey. All right. So in terms of another book, is there anything on the horizon? You know, you took what, 3 weeks to write this book?
Yes. I do believe for now there is at least one more book, because the original book that I wanted to write, um, I'm still going to write that book, because that has manifested where I have left my 9 to 5, and I want to speak about that. I want to share about that. And I don't want to give away too much, but with all of that, I have to speak about purpose, and how, when you're destined for purpose, how it all comes together, how it all works out. So, for sure, another book is coming.
All right, so we can look out for that one. But for right now, we're focused on an immigrant's odyssey to Canada. And so, folks, we've been talking to Erica Burnett, and she is a brand new author that's here in Canada. And she wrote her book in only 3 weeks. Oh, my goodness. In only 3 weeks. And it is out on the shelves. And if you'd love to get a copy of this book, it is on odysseytocanada.com. That's her website. If you're in Jamaica, I know we do have a number of Jamaican listeners here. And so if you're in Jamaica and you'd love to get a copy of the book, it's at Brian's Bookstore, and that's in Kingston, Jamaica. You can also jump on Amazon and order your copy today. It's good when someone has gone ahead and they have given you the directions on how to navigate, what to do, what not to do, because I remember when I just came, and oh my goodness, it was a different time, everything was different, even compared to what you have gone through now. And so I think, even though you said, there were ups and downs, I think that you guys have it way easier than when I came here. I wish that somebody wrote a book when I came, for me to read that book, to say, okay, do this, don't do that, go here, don't go here, and so having the instructions, that is also very vital. I want to thank you for even pouring that out. And a lot of persons, they have the knowledge and they don't even share it. Michelle is also saying, what was the actual experience like writing the book? All right, all right, okay, right, thank you, Michelle. So she wants to know, what was the experience like writing the book, because you said you wrote it in 3 weeks. So what
Mhm.
was the experience like writing the book?
So it was an amazing experience. When you're passionate about doing anything at all, then that passion goes into what you're doing. So I would take just little sleep, just a few hours, right? And then every opportunity, because I'm an entrepreneur, then I have freedom of time, and I can schedule my time how I wish. So every moment that I got, I just wrote. When everyone was asleep, my family was asleep, I wrote. And so the experience, it was a good one, because it just flowed. The information was in me, and so it just flowed. I remembered everything so vividly, so I didn't have to stop to ponder, what I'm going to write here, the layout. I just wrote exactly how the events occurred.
Okay, okay, wonderful. All right, so you wrote it when everybody was asleep. So for persons who are procrastinating and you have it bubbling up on the inside, you know that you can just find the time when persons are asleep, and when you have some downtime. In terms of publishing, because I know that a lot of persons, when they're writing their books, they've been going to they go to publishers, but many have now turned to self-publishing. How did that work out for you?
So my publisher, Dr. Jane Wright Good, she owns JW Publishing, and she's I've known her like almost maybe 20 years or so. She's a friend and a church sister from way back in Jamaica. So the minute I thought about writing the book, naturally, of course, she's the first person that I thought of publishing my book. And so we had that conversation, and then she was able, along with her team, to get it done also in record time.
Okay, okay, all right. So you've heard it here in terms of publishing, and I'm actually Dr. Joan Wright Good is actually a mutual friend, and so yes, for persons who are, I'm hoping to have her on. She's so busy, I'm hoping to have her on one of our segments to pick her brain and to get some good nuggets from her. She was the guest speaker that I had for our women's conference in September. She flew up and came. So persons who are thinking about writing a book and you would love to get a publisher, connect with me. I can hook you up. But yes, that is also very good that you got a publisher, somebody who knows what they're doing and they're in the business and they can guide and direct you. Do you have a copy of the book with you now? You can just hold up so that our viewers can see it.
For sure. This is what it looks like.
Look at that. So I'm sure you guys seeing it right there. An immigrant's odyssey, journey, adventure to Canada. And you see her walking and all the streets of Canada right before her. So that's what she's about to do. All right. So thank you so much, Erica, for coming on, for being our very first guest on Higher Hits, the segment that will be highlighting authors and up and coming artists. We thank you so much for being with us this morning and for just telling us a little bit about your journey, a little bit about what's going on with you in terms of what you have going on and how we can get copies of your book. So, guys, we've talked to Erica this morning. Just in short, there are many more things that we could be talking about, but you know what? I have a feeling that I'm going to have Erica back on. You're going to see Erica's face again. All right. She is a business coach and she is an author. And so she has the book Immigrants Odyssey. And so if you would love to know, not only that, not I don't even want to say if you would love to know, go out and support our sister. Go and buy the book. Jump onto Amazon. Do your search for An Immigrant's Odyssey, Erica Burnett. Go and buy the book. You can jump onto her website and odysseytocanada.com, or if you're in Jamaica, walk over to Brian's bookstore and go and pick up a copy of the book today. I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful and exciting read. I am going to get myself a copy so that I can come back and testify, right? I can come back and tell you of my report. All right, so I'm going to get myself a copy of the book. And so it was really very good to have you on. Is there anything that you'd like to wrap up with regards to An Immigrant's Odyssey to Canada, Erica?
Yes, for sure. First, I should say thank you so much for having me. It was indeed my pleasure. And I just want to encourage the listeners that sometimes we have dreams, they are not fulfilled in the timeline that we want them to be fulfilled. But keep going after those dreams, keep through hard work, through perseverance, have faith in God, and according to His will, those dreams will come to pass.
Okay, you've heard it right here from our very special guest this morning, Erica Burnett. If you have the dream, the passion, stick to it. Yeah? Stick to it and God will bring it to pass. So thank you again, Erica, for jumping on to HGG Radio, where we have been talking about your book, The Odyssey, the journey, the adventure to Canada. And I'm happy. Welcome to Canada. How long have you been living in Canada? I didn't even ask you that.
I've been living in Canada 5 years.
All right, all right. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank
And
you.
for those of you who are thinking about doing the move, migrating to Canada, you have the outline, you have the steps, you have the guide. So go out and get your book today. Go out and get your copy today. I'm sure you will be happy and pleased about the instructions that she is giving in that book. And, you know, I'm sure that is a wealth of knowledge. But again, thank you so much, Erica, for jumping on. To all our listeners from across the nations of the world, go out and get the copy today. Odyssey to Canada.com, Amazon, Brian's bookstore. Go out and get your copy today and let us support our sister on this new adventure that she is on. She is now an author, right? So she's now a published author, so she is on a journey, and we give God thanks for what he's doing in your life at this time and in this season. So again, we thank you so much, Erica, for jumping on, and it was indeed a pleasure having you on, and God bless.
Thank you so much.
Indeed, it was an honor just to have Erica on with us this morning. We are here live and in living colors, and I say good morning, good afternoon to all our listeners, and good evening and good night to all our listeners from across the nations of the world. Thank you for jumping on to HGG Radio, where we are streaming live from Edmonton, Alberta. We're streaming across the nations of the world, and we were just talking to Erica Burnett, a first time author that just wrote a book, An Immigrant's Odyssey to Canada. We give God thanks for her. And I want you guys to jump and go and support Erica in this new adventure that she's on as an author. Go out and buy the book. It is an Odyssey, the Immigrant's Odyssey to Canada. And you can go onto her website, odysseytocanada.com, or Brian's bookstore if you're in Jamaica. Jump on and support. Go and buy the book if you would love to know what experiences we've encountered in terms of migrating from Jamaica or any other country to Canada. And so it is just wonderful being here this morning. How are you guys doing? I look forward to what we are going to be doing throughout the rest of the program. I see the USA in the house, Canada, Jamaica, London, England, Denmark. So good to have you on HGG Radio this morning. Sister Carlene, I hope you are feeling better. Sister Merle, I hope that you are feeling better. To all our viewers, I'm seeing Pastor Cindy jumping on. I know Pastor Cindy is in Jamaica. So I say good morning. I think it is afternoon for you in Jamaica. So I say good afternoon to you over there in Jamaica. It is so good to have you with us here on HGG Radio. We're going to be signing off from Facebook and YouTube. We're going to be jumping back over to the radio side of things. So for those of you who have not yet, downloaded the HGG Radio app, go ahead and download the HGG Radio app. Go ahead and download the HGG Radio app, where you can continue with us. We are 24/7, 24 hours a day, gospel music, and we have wonderful segments that we broadcast. But again, we're going to be signing off from YouTube and Facebook. See you on the radio side of things.